Back everyone to the Hello World guys. This is another episode of the Advanced SFML game series, and in this video we are going to allow our game to have different kinds of tiles instead of only having one type of tile. So currently we only have either a brick tile or a non-brick tile, but now we are going to make it so that we can have a bunch of different kind of tiles which will be represented by different colors. So in order to do that, what we are going to do is we are going to change this grid to use a pointer or to a SF colon colon texture instead for the grid instead of an integer here. And in here what we are gonna do is let's first of all, when we are drawing it, we won't actually use resources colon colon textures here. If the cell is, which means if the cell is not null, then we are going to say pointers cell, which means that we are basically going to dereference the cell, and the reason we do that is because it's a pointer to a texture and this returns a texture and the renderer can draw that texture, and we are only do this if it is non-null, of course. And in here, when we are setting, we were previously setting the grid xy to 1. This time we'll just set it to, if the color is black, we'll set it to below break.png, actually not block.png, and you can see that that works quite well. And if I go here, you can see we are initializing it 0. It's not working. You might say let's initialize it with null pointer, but it still won't cut the type correctly, so you'll need to cast that null pointer to a sf colon colon texture pointer. And we'll need to do a similar thing in the create checkerboard method. Even though we don't use this anymore, it will be still useful to have this method for debugging at some point. So we are going to say last is equal to not last, and for the cell, if the last is true, which means each alternation, we are going to set it to break.png. So yeah, that should work, and yeah, that is pretty much gonna get the job done. Now of course the problem with this approach is that currently, of course, it does work, but we still only have one thing here, only one texture, but it now opens the door for us to create multiple textures. So let's go ahead and do that. Whatever tile we create, we do want to create a body definition here and all of this, and this could get quite annoying to have to create this each time we want to render a different kind of texture. We will have to do that, so we are going to make a better system to do that. So first let's create a boolean called isObject and set that to false. Now we must understand that anything in our map can either be Mario or an object or the actual tile that is supposed to be static there. So if it is Mario, we are going to check this first. So we are going to move this to the top, Mario checking, and if it is Mario, if the color is red, which means then we are going to set Mario's position, and then we are going to just continue. We are going to which means we are going to exit this loop from here, and the rest of the code in this loop won't execute, and we'll go on to the next iteration of the loop. And if the color is so after we have done this, what we'll do is we'll basically remove all of that body creation stuff, and if the thing that we got was an object, we'll do a different thing, and if it is was not an object, we'll create the static tile that like it was supposed to be. And if this is an object, then what we'll do is you might be saying, okay, let's create an object and do something like that, but what we can do actually is we can remove this boolean and instead use an object pointer, which is by default equal to null. And here we can just check object, which means if this object is not equal to null pointer, which means this is a valid pointer. And in here we are gonna set if it is not we did not encounter an object, then it's obviously gonna be null, and if we did encounter an object, then we are gonna set it to whatever object that we want. A coin is an object, so we can set it to that, and we'll do the positioning and the pushing in the object stuff if in here. So here we can just create a bunch of if statements with just a few different statements in each. Basically each if statement will only have one line of code here, and maybe multiple for some more complicated objects, but it will basically be like this. We'll set an object if it's an object, and if it's not an object, we'll leave object at null, and we'll set the grid accordingly or do whatever we want to do. So now that is working. Let's go ahead and assign a different color for some other thing. So for that we can just copy and paste this code, and maybe we can check for say green, and set this to another picture. For example, let's say grass.png. So let's just say it's grass. So let's go and test the of course you need to have grass.png in your resources folder, and let's test that out and see if it works or not. I actually changed the color to blue and make them rock tile instead, so it's like rock.png, and I have downloaded a tile for that. So let's go ahead and test this out. and what you should see is that Mario does appear, and for some reason you can see that Mario cannot move, and there is something wrong with the way it is happening. Well, the reason that happens is because what we updated our code, we actually made it so that it creates a body for each of that, even if there was not supposed to be anything here. So what we can do is you can create a separate boolean here, or you can just check grid xy. So we can go ahead and only do this if grid xy is not equal to null. So we'll just say grid x and y, else we won't actually create that. And you can see I set it to rock.png, and I have downloaded that image, and let's go ahead and test this out and see whether it works or not. And what you should see is that hopefully we do get a working thing here. So you can see it does work, but yeah, it works, and I made some of the tiles be rock tiles, and you can see those tiles are correctly being displayed as rock tiles. And you can of course use your own artwork in here. Mine is not that good, and it's a bit kind of out of place with the rest of the world, but the point is that we have written an engine that supports loading of different textures, and also supports assigning different colors to different kind of tiles. So you can see that this works, and it works pretty awesome. So yeah, this is pretty much it for this video. I'll see you in the next one, in which we'll add more stuff. So stay tuned for that. I'll see you in the next one. Make sure to like and subscribe as well. And in the next video I plan to add some enemy AI and stuff that's gonna be pretty awesome, so you don't wanna miss that. So like and subscribe, and bye.